A specialist is a doctor that only looks at a small little piece of the pie of medicine. So when you think about your doctors, there is your general internal medicine doctor or your family medicine doctor. So they're, kind of like look at the entire pie from a 30,000-foot view. A specialist looks at one tiny little slice of that pie from a 5,000-foot view. So there's somebody who really narrows in on one specific area of medicine. And, when you think about medical doctors in general, there's two distinctions to be aware of. The first is medical doctors, and the second is surgical doctors. So, for example, if you need to have heart surgery, you need to see two types of specialists. One is a heart specialist, that's a medical doctor, and the other is a heart surgeon, that's a surgical doctor. The advantage of some specialists is that number one, they have access to advanced diagnostic imaging. So a lot of specialists can provide tests or images that you can't get at your primary care doctor. Specialists also have access to certain types of treatments. So there are treatments that specialists are qualified to administer that your primary care doctor may or may not be able to administer. Usually, the best path to a specialist is through your primary care provider. So they usually assess your problem and see whether it's within the scope of their practice or not, or whether it's something that they need to refer out. Now, occasionally, depending on your health insurance and depending on the type of medical problem that you have, you may be able to refer yourself to a specialist. A lot of times, people may need to see a specialist not just because they have a problem, but actually to prevent that problem from occurring. So, as a cardiologist, for example, I see a handful of patients that have referred themselves to me because they have a very strong family history of having heart attacks and people dying when they were young from heart attacks. So, they're referring themselves to me as a way for me to help them manage their preventive journey so that they can prevent, and minimize their risk factors as much as possible given those family histories.
If you have a health question, you can also talk to a 9 Health medical volunteer through the 9 Health Neighbors program. All you got to do is visit 9healthfair.org.